still standing tall at 12-0.
Nueva Ecija na nga lang ang nag-iisang undefeated team in the Mpbl. And let's see kung ano nga ba yung mga nakuha na ni Gian as early as now. G, kamusta ka naman dyan at the sidelines?
I'm doing good, Migs and Javi. I always love being here dahil tignan na mo yung mga venue, there's absolutely no empty spot. There's even so many people outside. So we know that the crowd is going to be insane today. The past few games, pinapag-usapan rin natin ang mga releases and new additions ng mga teams considering the free agent rule. But I'm telling you right now, both Nueva Ecija and Zamboanga said that there are absolutely no changes. Sabi nga ni Coach Vic, why change something when it's not broken? So it's going to be a very competitive game today.
Alright, let's see kung ano mangyayari. And of course, we are going to look forward to the reports of Gian and Yanis later on. Now, let's talk about the team standings, beginning with the North Division, kung saan matatagpuan ang Nueva Ecija.
Nueva Ecija still undefeated after 12 games and really just separating themselves from the 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 spots. And actually the 7th spot also where it's still very tight. So anything can still happen out of those 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 spots. But if Nueva Ecija gets another win here, another step in separating themselves from everybody in that North Division.
Now, the South Division on the other end, wala na pong undefeated dyan dahil sa recent na pagkatalo ng Batangas.
Kung sa North, we talked about it earlier, kung sa North, mas madikit ang labanan sa gitna. Dito sa taas ang dikitan ng laban. As you see, Zamboanga and Sarangani tied at 8-2 at that number 2 and number 3 spot, while Batangas number 1 still at 10-1 after absorbing their first loss in their last game.
Zamboanga getting that number 2 seed dahil tinalo nga nila ang Sarangani earlier this season, but in their previous game it was a loss in overtime against the top team in the South.
Well, this one, it was a game for them to win, but unfortunately, they lost steam in overtime. Batangas just proved to be too much. Their depth really, and the defense was just amazing for Batangas City Embassy Chill in that game. And the 3-point shooting of Zamboanga, which usually they do well from that department, escaped them in that game. And when you give up 60 rebounds against a team like Batangas, expect yourself to fall away from getting that victory.
To your point, they did lead by as much as 10 points in that match, but couldn't hold on to it. JC Marcelino, he played very well. Had 26 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. That guy establishing himself as one of the best talents in the Mpbl. What can we expect from him tonight?
We can only expect an even better performance from him in this one as they go up against the top team in the league, averaging 17.4 points per game. Had 26 in that game against Batangas City. This former PBA player can only be delivering para sa kanyang koponan in this game because expect a dogfight against the Rice Vanguards.
And speaking of Nueva Ecija, there you see them on your screens. Ang kanilang previous outing was against Bataan in the battle between the top 2 teams in the North.
Yeah, here, well, Nueva Ecija after close calls against Bacolod, that triple overtime win, and another one against San Juan here on this very floor. They established their dominance once again by winning by double digits in this game against the Bataan Risers, dominating in almost every department and every department that you see here on your screens. Getting 44 bench points. That explains the depth that they have at the rebounding department. 44-36 plus 8 sila dyan, forcing 22 turnovers and converting them into 22 turnover points.
When we talk about Nueva Ecija, we always talk about how deep this squad is. But if there's one person shining amongst the rest, it's Byron Villarias.
That's right, Byron Villarias, 13.8 points per game. One of the leading scorers, if not the leading scorer para dito sa Nueva Ecija. He has just been an amazing two-way player para sa kanila, getting it on both ends of the floor, offense and defense. As Coach Christian Luanzon likes to say, one of the most underrated two-way players here in the league.
Let's see how he will be able to fare out as they try to defend their home court for the 3rd time in Mpbl history against the Zamboanga Family's brand Sardines. Now we take you to Richard Tapos for our starting lineups.
Another exciting ball game here at Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City. This is the OK Bet Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl fourth season presented by Extreme. Live at 1 PH. It's Zamboanga versus your Nueva Ecija. Time to meet the starting lineups. Beginning with Zamboanga. Family's Brand Sardines.
Zamboanga City.
Coming in at center number 8, Jamo Egilos.
Brand Sardines.
Starting at guard number 11, JC Marcelino. Forward number 17, Jabs Bautista. One guard number 19, JB Marcelino. And at power forward number 91, Monster Mabayo. Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines head coach is Vic Icasiano. Assistant coaches, Hubert De Los Santos, Leo Pujante, Kevin Di Castro, Jake Aglaron, and Kat Tenorio. And now, the starting five for your Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Point guard number 7, Hesed Gabong. Power forward number 23, Jay Collado. Coming in at the center number 28, Michael Mabula. Shooting guard number 29, Mike Huico. Small forward number 51, Big Bang Toto Byron Villarias. Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards is led by Gerson Cabiltes. His assistants are Noy Catalan, Arnold Oliveros, Bong Pineda, Joseph Kion, and Harold Nang. Team manager Ivan Cuevas. Team owners Bong Cuevas.
Your starters for Zamboanga and Nueva Ecija. The Marcelino twins will be starting for Zamboanga tonight alongside the returning Jamo Egilos, Mon Mabayo, and Japs Bautista. And for the home squad, we have Hesed Gabo, Michael Huico, Michael Mabulak, Jay Collado, and Byron Villarias. No homegrowns para sa Nueva Ecija to start this ball game, as they will try to stay undefeated. And they will also try to defend their home court for the third time in Mpbl history. Mix Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya and Gianna Llanes. The Rice Vanguards currently with 12 wins and 0 losses. Number 1 in the South Division. On the other end, Zamboanga with 8 wins and 2 losses, coming off back-to-back setbacks here in the Mpbl. And if you're Zamboanga, how motivated are you to win here in Nueva Ecija?
Well, coming off a loss, you really want to be that team distinguished to pin the first loss of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, and this could really do wonders for their confidence as we go deeper into the season, recover their bearings, and remind themselves that they are one of the top teams here in the Mpbl.
The Batangas City Embassy Chill, they were the latest team to suffer their first loss of the season just last Saturday on the home court of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Before that, it was Zamboanga who lost for the first time in Manila before dropping their previous outing in the Batangas City Coliseum. Hesed Gabo missing the first free throw. Now, Javi, we always talk about the slow starts of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. In this game, are you expecting anyone in particular to step up for their squad?
Well, Byron Villarias, always someone you can rely on to heat up early para sa kanilang koponan. And Michael Huico as well. That's why Huico is a permanent fixture almost in the starting lineup because he brings a lot of energy on both sides of the basketball and really able to carry on that energy to his other teammates, as there's a block right there.
Jay Collado swatting it away to the delight of the home crowd. The first time that Nueva Ecija defended their home court, it was against Laguna, where we actually had a tight first quarter before they started dominating in the second. But in their previous outing against San Juan here in Palayan City, it was a close one, a comeback victory for Nueva Ecija, as only getting it in the final minutes of the ball game.
Pass a little bit too low for Jay Collado. I think it would have been better had Michael Huico baited the defense first with a fake going to the basket, but nevertheless possession stays with them.
Baseline inbound para kay Michael Huico. We're still with our starters. A minute and change gone by in the first frame. Collado onto Villarias. Catch and fire. No go. Rebound Mabayo.
Still struggling from the field, both teams. But Nueva Ecija already with a point to show for after that Esid Gabo free throw.
You can already hear the crowd anticipating for shots to go down for the Rice Vanguards. But can they make stops as well? Here's Mon Mabayo, one of the best three-point shooters in the league, just couldn't get that one to go. Forward pass, Michael Wico for two.
That time, no hesitation anymore by Michael Wico to pass it off to a teammate as Michael Mabulak paved the yellow brick road for him on the way to the basket.
First attempt para kay Jamo Iquilos was a miss. Chance here for Nueva Ecija. 3-0 our score. Mabulak. Kick out. It's gonna end up with Wico. 10 on the shot clock. He's being defended by Bautista. Pass was just a little bit too far para kay Jay Collado.
Another errant pass given up by Michael Wico. Two mistakes which I'm sure he wants to get back. Expect a better defensive intensity from the Rice Vanguards led by Wico in this possession.
Now let's take this time to listen to Gianna Llanes. G, go ahead.
Migs and Happy, para sa Zamboanga family brand sardines, nahirapan talaga sila the past couple of games because of lack of rest. Coach Vic shares na ang performances nila against Manila and Batangas is not a reflection of the team. He made sure to give the boys 2 days now of no practice after last game, and they even stayed at a hotel last night so they didn't stress about the drive here today. He adds na kahit may home court advantage ng Nueva Ecija ngayon, confident pa rin siya kasi sanay na daw sila maglaro with the crowd going against them. Back to you guys.
Yeah, tamang-tama yan. Their previous outings have been on the third games in Manila and Batangas respectively. Kaya sanay na talaga sila sa home crowds. Very tough schedule for Zamboanga. They even went to Bacolod for 2 straight game days. But let's see, no, Javi, kung ano yung magiging effect nung rest na kanilang nakuha in the past couple of days. Wico onto Mabulak. He's fouled on the fast break.
The willingness of Wico to give up that pass in transition to his big, rewarding him for running the floor. Mabulak getting a foul on that trip, and now 2 shots coming right up para sa kanya.
Michael Mabulak used to play for the Bacoor City Strikers, that very tough squad in the Lacan season, alongside Gab Banal, Nick Demuses and company. Missed the first one, but Mabulak has been that consistent starter as the center para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
That's right. Michael Mabulak averaging 9.4 points per ball game, 7.6 rebounds, 2 assists. Not really the usual numbers that you would see from him, but this just explains again the depth that the Rice Vanguards have. He doesn't really need to put up big numbers game in and game out because on different occasions, different players step up para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
How about the defense of Nueva Ecija? Still holding Zamboanga scoreless here in the first couple of minutes. And they force another miss. Wico with the board. Esid Gabo looking ahead. Great feed to Collado.
That was just very horrible transition defense para sa Zamboanga. Despite everybody running down, all 5 Zamboanga players down in transition, they failed to mark the trailing JJ Collado, who was wide open for that layup.
What a start for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, as this timeout is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo. And they still hold Zamboanga scoreless here in the opening minutes. 6-0 ang ating talaan. Back here in the Nueva Ecija Coliseum for Palayan City. Third time in MPBL history that we are here. It is the matchup between the Rice Vanguards and the Zamboanga Family's brand sardines. Highly anticipated because these are two of the titans in the MPBL. Zamboanga currently number 3. Make that number 2 in the South Division. Just behind Batangas. They have 8 wins and 2 losses to their name, but they have lost the last 2 outings against Manila and Batangas respectively. Nueva Ecija on the other end, they are at 12-0. But Javi, in their previous games, nakikita natin, napapansin natin na yung kalamangan ng Nueva Ecija lumiliit na. They were even challenged in overtime, triple overtime in Bacolod. And we have certainly felt, our MPBL fans have certainly felt na itong Nueva Ecija ay pwede na ring matalo ng ibang mga koponan dito sa ating liga.
Yeah, that's right. They're starting to see that there's a sense of vulnerability for the Rice Vanguards. Kaya naman, minake sure ni Coach Jerson Cabiltes that in that game against Bataan, they would make a statement that they are still the most dominant team in the league, using a big second quarter run in that game. They outscored Bataan 25-11 and never looked back despite being outscored by the Risers by 4 in the third quarter. So Nueva Ecija looking to extend their unbeaten run all the way to the championship.
Now, another great sign for Nueva Ecija, bukod sa kanilang cheerleaders at our top part of the Coliseum, is that as much as we talk about them having slow starts in each and every game, ngayon, sila ang namumuno. In the first couple of minutes, they score 6 points and they have held Zamboanga scoreless in the first 3 minutes and 40 seconds. What a start for them. And this is against a Zamboanga team that started the Marcelino Twins.
Exactly. That's why Zamboanga, you'll see later in our team matchup, that they lead the MPBL in bench points scored because you have the Marcelino Twins coming off the bench. JC Marcelino, their leading scorer, averages 17.4 points per ball game, as you saw at the top of our coverage. But right now, Coach Vicky Casiano wants to see something different and be able to match up with this very deep Nueva Ecija squad.
Another stop for the Rice Vanguards off of a miss. Okay, JC, or make that JV Marcelino. Here's Michael Mabulak. Lumalabas si Michael Wico. Going left, kick out. Mabulak against Aguilos. The spin, the fade, no go.
If you're the defense of Zamboanga, that's a shot you want Mabulak taking, that fall-away jumper contested.
Here's JC Marcelino. They're still looking for their first points in the ball game, and JC will proceed to the line.
And previous to that, there were a lot of outside shots that Zamboanga couldn't capitalize on. Right now, JC Marcelino, wary of that, putting the ball on the floor, attacking the cup, and getting 2 free throws.
As JC Marcelino attempts some free throws here for Zamboanga. Meron tayong gustong batino. We would like to greet a happy birthday, an 11th birthday to Emmy Chloe Oreta, the daughter of MPBL's head of operations, Emer Oreta. Happy birthday, Emmy, and good luck on your first day of school tomorrow. Wow. It's a beautiful greeting right there. As JC Marcelino puts Zamboanga on the board. 6-2 ang ating talaan. 5 minutes and 23 in the opening quarter. Esed Gabo, lumalabas, Byron Villarias. He fakes, he fires, and he scores!
Now ito yung sinasabi natin. Because Byron Villarias is able to get points just like that, Jerson Cabiltes always likes him to be in the starting lineup para makuha niya na yung groove early on. And that 3-point shot will definitely put him in the verge of getting a rhythm, especially from the outside, which is a specialty of the house for him.
Byron Villarias coming off a 13-point performance. That guy averages 13.8 points per game. One of the best in the league in 3-point shooting. Number 4, as he averages 2.8 3-point makes per outing. That's Byron Villarias. Pasok dito. We have Jeff Comia and Chris Dumapig for Zamboanga. A miss there for Nueva Ecija. Rebound belongs to JV Marcelino. Oh, great jump shot right there. JC Marcelino. Mid-range, working for him.
Wheeling and dealing, what a beautiful crossover to fake off his defender and then stopping on a dime to drain those 2 points.
Michael Wico with the fake, decided to pass it at the last second, but it's tapped away. Adi Santos checking in para kay Mon Mabayo. Take a look at this replay. Crossover. Pull up para kay JC Marcelino. 17.5 points per ball game for him. He is the number 5 best scorer in the league.
You saw that play a while ago made by JC Marcelino. Give credit to Mon Mabayo for making that shot possible para sa kanyang teammate as he gave an excellent roadblock to be able to make Marcelino free for that shot.
Here's Michael Wico. Has been aggressive at the start of this game. He drives right. Layup is too strong. Battle for the board. And it will go Zamboanga's way.
When has Michael Wico ever have not been aggressive?
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, some people might even argue that he's over-aggressive at times. But then again, that's what you like about him. He's always going to give his 110% on the court.
Well, you know, it's a two-edged sword all the time, having that kind of playing style. But most of the times, it will do you good, especially on the defensive end.
Great stop right there by Nueva Ecija. JC Marcelino looking for the foul, not given to him, as he was challenged by 2 defenders of Nueva Ecija. Here's Jeff Comia. That guy has had his moments in the season for Zamboanga. He will fire. That's short. Zamboanga having trouble making baskets here in the first frame.
Nueva Ecija is giving a lot of three-point shots dito sa Zamboanga. There's a miss by Comia, but Macaloni commits a foul on the loose ball. Zamboanga is 0 out of 4 from three-point country in this first quarter. And now Jonathan Elon checks into the game. Another gunner for Nueva Ecija.
Comia off of the baseline inbound. Now it's with JV Marcelino. Screen mula kay Adi Santos. Pick and roll. One more pass. Dumapig. Great defense by Nueva Ecija. And the block by Will Macaloni. Recovery is there for Zamboanga. Still no fouls called here. And now it's a walk against Chris Dumapig.
We expected nothing less, Migs. Look at that battle for the rebound. A lot of taps to the basketball, but eventually ending up in a walk para dito kay Chris Dumapig. Nobody wanting to give an inch.
9-4 our score. Nueva Ecija still in control. Very low scoring first quarter here. 3 minutes and 8 remaining. Here's Jonathan Elon, one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Macaloni, high-low. There was a push against Michael Mabulak.
Adi Santos fronted Mabulak as he tried to get position in the middle of the paint, but caught pushing off that vaunted high-low play. I'm sure Coach Vicky Casiano very wary of, and was one of the top things atop their game plan.
Pasok dito, 2 homegrowns for Nueva Ecija, Bobby Balucanag and Renz Palma. And speaking of homegrowns, he would like to greet Clark Derigue a happy birthday. He is also one of the homegrowns of the Rice Vanguards, playing as one of their big men. Irvin Palencia, on to Chris Dumapig. Jump shot is good.
Not sure if he called glass, but nevertheless 2 points para sa kanya. Made up for his turnover early on.
Macaloni at the post. Great matchup right there. Will Macaloni will score.
If you're Zamboanga, you shouldn't give Macaloni a chance to be able to finish with his left hand, as Chris Dumapig offensive rebound. Back-to-back baskets para sa kanya.
Early impact para kay Chris Dumapig. 4 points in the ball game for the big guy coming off the bench. Macaloni. Great cut by Uylon. Tapped away, stolen by Zamboanga. Remember, Zamboanga is a team that likes to run. Yan ang kanilang signature in the MPBL. JC Marcelino. Palencia with a kick out. Comia dribbles in, and there's a foul.
Jeff Comia, one of the great aggressive guards here in the league. He likes to attack the defense, make plays for his teammates and for himself as well. Really gives a lot of intangibles. You really love to see and watch guards who are this aggressive despite not being the tallest men on the floor.
Javi, as Jeff Comia is at the line, let me take this time to fix our birthday greeting kay Baby M, ang anak ni Emer Oreta. Again, we would like to greet a happy 11th birthday to M. Chloe Oreta, the daughter of MPBL's head of basketball operations, Emer Oreta. Happy birthday, M, and good luck on your first day of school tomorrow. Free throw, second one is good para kay Jeff Comia. Minute and 50 remaining in the first. It's 11-9. So ano naman yung nagawa ng Zamboanga in order for them to finally score here and trim the lead?
Well, they were able to get stops, make it hard para dito sa Nueva Ecija. And this second unit not really performing as well as the first unit. And the energy being given by Zamboanga, trying to battle for every 50-50 ball, has been impressive in the past few possessions.
Macaloni back at the post. Fade away. He's blocked by Chris Dumapig.
Something like that, you know. Trying to challenge every shot, making it hard, putting them in tight spots. Dumapig getting that shot block against Will Macaloni.
Here's Bamboy Raimundo. That was block number 3. Or block number 1 para sa Zamboanga kontra sa tatlo ng Nueva Ecija. Put back. Wala pa rin. And there's a foul on the loose ball.
And there's another tight attempt right there by Will Macaloni, which was made hard by the Zamboanga defense. Now, both teams in the penalty. 2 shots coming right up para dito kay Adi Santos. Although free throws have not been his strong suit all throughout his career. But nevertheless, Adi Santos, he will give you that rebounding, that energy, that defense. That's why always a serviceable big man in the league.
First free throw is a miss mula kay Adi Santos, a champion in the MPBL when he was a part of that Batangas City Athletics team in the inaugural season. By the way, no, we just saw Shaq Tagana check in for the first time at pinapabati niya naman ang F. Malto Construction Asphalt. Sina Paolo Malto, Daniela Malto, Iya Malto, and RR Malto. Magandang gabi po sa inyo mula kay Shaq Tagana sa Nueva Ecija. Adi Santos will sit down. Pasok dito. Great Jason Grimaldo, who is also returning for Zamboanga after a hand injury. Kanyang kakampi na si Jamo Aguilos recovered from a back injury. That's why they missed a couple of games here in the MPBL. Oh, great steal by Jeff Comia. They have the numbers. Palencia, balik kay Comia. Onto the right side. Zelda for 3. Could not get it to go. Takbo sa kabila. Bamboy, Palma, Macaloni trying to pound his way, but that's a charge.
Referee seeing the hook right there and not hesitating to blow the whistle on the offensive foul.
Number 14, Will.
They have made it hard in Will Macaloni's past couple of attempts. Great job by the defense of Zamboanga.
That's the second foul on Will Macaloni, and for sure he knew that Jason Grimaldo was in front of him, one of the best shot blockers in the league in the previous seasons of the MPBL. That's Jason Grimaldo. 11-10 the score. Zamboanga down by 1. Palencia, and now this is the first lead of the ball game for the road squad.
One of the most exciting players here in the MPBL, ito si Irvin Palencia. Whenever he gets the chance to strut his wares on the court and they're forcing a turnover, he can be able to bring in the numbers and the intangibles as well.
How about Zamboanga bouncing back off of a slow start? Now they get the lead with 28 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We have a 6-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Palencia will fire. No go. Rebound Dumapig. Shot clock was just reset to 14 instead of the 3-second differential. Steal by Renz Palma and a foul against Jeff Comia.
Nobody really making themselves available for that pass. That was a tight spot that Reden Celda was in. Credit to the defense of Nueva Ecija for that great ball denial. And Renz Palma, one of the best in anticipating and telegraphing passes.
There's your homegrown, Renz Palma. He started the last 2 games with Nueva Ecija on their home court. Miss on the first try. Renz Palma is one of the ex-pros that the Rice Vanguards have. Mintis ang kanyang dalawang free throw. 7 seconds to go here before the end of one. Reden Celda. The hook shot. Foul from behind with 2 seconds remaining. Well, are we surprised, Javi, to end one, or as we are about to end the first quarter, it's only a 1-point game?
Well, the trend continues right here for Nueva Ecija. We've seen it all season long. I couldn't remember a game wherein they started the first quarter on a very impressive note. It has always been a shaky start para sa kanila. They could start the first half of the first period well and then falter during the latter part. So this is something that is not very alarming for me.
With that being said, Zamboanga also has to be careful here in the next quarters, as again they are also playing in foreign territory. Nueva Ecija started this game with a 6-0 run, and then a timeout was called by Zamboanga. Recovery was there. Took a lot of time for them to pull this off, but we end the first quarter with a 2-point lead for the road squad.
Byron Villarreal getting his 3-point shot. 1 out of 4 is Nueva Ecija from that distance. But the energy and the relentlessness on the offensive end for Zamboanga, catapulting them to a slight 2-point advantage at the end of one, 13-11.
All right, let's talk about the numbers for Nueva Ecija in Zamboanga.
Well, Nueva Ecija, the top offensive team in this league, but Zamboanga not far away from that at 88.5 points per ball game. But Nueva Ecija also the best defensive team in this league. Zamboanga also not far away from that, but the bench points really anchored by the Marcelino twins. Kaya lang di rin naman nagkakalayo ang Nueva Ecija in that department. So it's really a tight race in this game in terms of numbers, average per match. So kaninong play style ang mananaig? Both teams actually play the similar way. They put heavy premium on the defensive end and they're just as deep on the offensive end. So it's really gonna be a gritty battle here on out para dito sa parehong koponan.
And it's just a 2-point separation as we begin the second quarter. Field goal shooting natin, 4 out of 19 for Zamboanga, 4 out of 13 for Nueva Ecija. The Rice Vanguards begin with Renz Palma, Pamboy Raimundo, Jonathan Elon, Will Macaloni, and Shaq Taganas. 9 on the shot clock. Pamboy will fire. In and out. Taganas with the board. He's one of the best in that category, and he delivers.
Holds the record for most rebounds in a game. Ito si Shaq Taganas. And despite the diminished playing time, still quality minutes whenever he's on the floor.
Chris Dumapig, mid-range, too strong. Grimaldo, that's a shot. Missing on that try. Comia, another chance para sa Zamboanga. Being defended by Renz Palma. 6 on the shot clock. Comya, crossover, down the middle, hook shot, in and out, and another board for the white shirts. Grimaldo, finally a basket.
I'll make sure this time that he got that 2 points to go. Multiple opportunities right there for Zamboanga, just capitalizing on the recycle. And I would have loved if Nueva Ecija went for a zone on that defensive possession, because if you look at the 5 on the floor for Zamboanga, not really, no outside shooter actually para sa Zamboanga's Family Brand Sardines.
But then Zelda maybe would be the best bet for them to shoot that 3. 8 minutes and 11, 15 all. After that, great start by Nueva Ecija early in the first. Hook shot for Palencia, and he puts it in.
Yeah, this is the problem when you go man-to-man against this kind of 5 on the floor for Zamboanga. You attack the closeout, and he doesn't have that outside shot really at a consistent basis. Ito si Urban Palencia. So, no reason for me to close out long. Right now, Jeff Comya able to come up with a steal.
Comya now with 2 steals in the ball game. And then Zelda, sorry miss on the layup. And the rebound belongs to Pamboy Raimundo. Nueva Ecija looking to regain the lead. Or can they tie it here? Shaq Taganas with the layup.
Well, I was gonna say that one of the things that Zamboanga has been able to do well was prevent the fast break points nitong Nueva Ecija, the best fast breaking team in the league, 20 points per game in that department. Pero Zamboanga di rin naman nagkakalayo. They are number 2 at 17.6.
Dumapig missing on the jump shot. The offensive rebounding has been working for Zamboanga, but not necessarily do they make their second chance attempts. As you take a look at this pass mula kay Renz Palma, locating Shaq Taganas, who used his offhand in order to score that basket. Shaq Taganas, he hasn't seen much minutes in the season because of the depth of Nueva Ecija, but we all know what he can do in the Mpbl. Pasok muli si JC Marcelino, and we're seeing for the first time Philip Manalang for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Mabulak, turn around, hook shot, it is a miss, and that's stopped away by Taganas.
Marcelino fielded back in by Coach Vicky Casiano, wanting a little bit more scoring punch para sa white shirts as they go up against a great defensive unit that Nueva Ecija has on the floor.
Couple of crossovers here for Palencia. Almost lost the basketball. And they go to Zelda at the corner. Miss, forward pass. Shaq Taganas. That's also what he's known for, those outlet passes. Able to locate Renz Palma in just a split second.
What an impressive pass right there. I did not even see that coming. I thought that pass was intended for Michael Mabulak. Just impressive IQ para dito kay Shaq Taganas.
Here's Mabulak against Adi Santos. The crowd loving it every time someone posts up. Manalang. Floater is good.
You don't really expect Philip Manalang to give you buckets whenever he's on the floor. He's usually there for defensive purposes. So when he gets 2 points like that, that's a bonus para kay Coach Jerson Cabiltes.
And Manalang is also known for his passing ability. One of the best in the league in that category. Able to show us that he can score as well in the previous possession. Taganas running the floor. Taganas! And he will go to the line.
Oh, usually it happens the other way. It's usually Shaq Taganas who gives that forward pass. But that time, Mabulak, the one filling in that role and giving it to his big man. Here's that jab step, the drive, one dribble, the floater, and the finish para kay Philip Manalang. And there is that pass that we were talking about. Shifting roles, Mabulak giving it to Shaq Taganas, rewarding his co-big man for running the floor.
What a beautiful sight to see Shaq Taganas run the floor. There you see Michael Wico on your screens. Babalik siya. At meron din siya pinapabati, no? Happy birthday to Edward Alimurong. And then hello to Ann Paula Wico, Jeff Del Puerto, Noriel Borda, and Ram Stephen Baluyot. Yan po, ang mga pinapabati ni Michael Wico. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. And I hope that you are enjoying your action Third game of your MPBL Monday. The battle between two titans, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards and the Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines. Mabula trying to muscle his way. Blocked by Grimaldo. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Mabula on the recovery.
You can never give Nueva Ecija multiple opportunities at the basket because of their talent in the front court. That time, Michael Mabula was the one getting the 2 points off of that made opportunity.
The crowd reacting to Hesed Gabo and JV Marcelino helping each other up as they went down together. Sabay din silang aangat. JV will inbound. He's working with his twin brother, Jason Grimaldo, Rezen Celda, and Adi Santos. Halfway mark of the second quarter. Celda. They go to Grimaldo. On to JC, who fires, and he scores!
That's the value of having JC Marcelino on the floor for you. Despite the defense, he's able to hit difficult shots. A great shot maker. Also can have that catch and shoot ability. That time proving that he can score from the outside.
1 point lead for Nueva Ecija. Manalang. Gabo has 4 to work with. Stolen away. Oh, great pass. There you see the chemistry. Mula sa kambal na Marcelino, JV Marcelino able to locate his brother JC even before he started to run.
That's right, because, you know, the chemistry that these guys had started in the womb of their mother. As you see that three-pointer previously, and the steal by JV, going forward to JC, and the lefty finish para sa kanya.
Lead is back with Zamboanga, 22-21 our score. 4 minutes and 27 remaining before halftime. JC Marcelino, 7 points and 2 rebounds so far in their matchup against Nueva Ecija. That guy averaging 17.4 points per game, number 5 in the league. Question is, can he lead his team to a victory here and hand Nueva Ecija the first loss of the season? Michael Wico, what a beautiful layup.
Great misdirection play right there. There was that pin down for Michael Wico, getting him free. The post first entry to Michael Mabulak and getting it to Wico, who was cutting.
Adi Santos, no good on the leaner. Jack Taganas looking ahead for a fast break opportunity. To Mpbl, Philip Manalang, catch and fire, no go. Rebound Mabulak. 1 point game. Michael will post up. Kick out. Hesed Gabo's turn to fire.
I have seen him put in the work all these years to sharpen that shot from the outside. Primarily, a great slasher itong si Hesed Gabo. But that three-point shot, he has really worked on throughout the years. And right now, getting one in this game.
This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Arrows up. And the bullseye para kay Hesed Gabo. Lead is 4 points for the home squad, 26-22. 3 minutes and 25 remaining before halftime. Back here in the Nueva Ecija Coliseum for the Rice Vanguards, defending their home court against Zamboanga. Jax Bautista inserted back in the ball game, and he's able to score immediately.
If there is a team here in the Mpbl that knows how to break a press like Nueva Ecija, it is Zamboanga, because they are also a team who likes to run a similar type of defense. But that time, the White Shirts defense not holding, and Mabulak getting a free lane to the basket.
Michael Mabulak now has 5 points as he was able to demolish Adi Santos in the previous play. There's JV, kick out, Jax Bautista wide open, and that's way too easy for him.
Too much space, a lot of daylight, and a shooter like Jax Bautista, he will not waste an opportunity like that.
Jax Bautista coming off a 12-point performance in their previous outing. There's a push here against Mon Mabayo. 28-27 our score in favor of the home squad with 2 minutes and 26 remaining in the second quarter. Again, Zamboanga, as reported by Gianna, nanggagaling sa mga laro on the road, no? Against Batangas and against Manila respectively. And they also traveled to Bacolod a couple of weeks back. Manalang, feed to Collado, 7 on the shot clock, and he gets the bounce.
Well-ran play there to get into their bread and butter. That score by their big man, JJ Collado.
Lead is 3 points, JC. Two defenders up top, they go inside, intercepted, great hands by Collado. Numbers for Nueva Ecija, Michael Wico, no go, rebound, what a battle right there. Mabulak, he will score.
That's just experience for you coming from Michael Mabulak, getting it over the defense.
Pass inside, intercepted, naibalik, JC Marcelino, what a beautiful sidestep. 11 points para kay JC Marcelino, who's coming off a 26-point performance in their previous outing. 8 out of 14 shooting, very efficient from the field was JC. 32-29, Michael Wico. He drives, and he's fouled.
We're trying to make up for that miss on the previous transition opportunity. Ito si Michael Wico getting a foul in the process on that drive.
Pasok dito, Shaq Taganas, who was a spark plug for Nueva Ecija soon as he entered late in the first quarter. And he goes in alongside Will Macanoni. And we'll take this time to greet some more people. Belated happy birthday to Mr. Tanner Ignes from Coronadal City, South Cotabato. And belated happy birthday to Mr. Woody Lacanaria mula sa Calibo, Aklan. Pinapabati po kayo ni Commissioner Kenneth Durendes. Magandang gabi po and enjoy your Mpbl action. Michael Wico with 4 points and 3 rebounds to his name. He extends the lead to 4.
The Rice Vanguards only 2 out of 8 from the free throw line. They were also not shooting at a good clip from the charity stripe in their last game. 21 out of 39 in that game against the Bataan Risers for 53.8%. A lot of attempts, a lot of makes as well. But of course, you want to get those freebies as much as you can. That's why they're called free throws.
Right now, speaking of free throws, Mon Mabayo will go to the line for 2. Mon Mabayo, in his words, he is the second oldest in Zamboanga. Sa kanya na nanggaling yan. Just behind Chito Jaime. And because of that, he uses it as motivation to expand his game. Dahil syempre, hindi na siya pwedeng babangko na lang sa physicality all the time. His athleticism, he's gonna have to shoot the 3. That's why he is one of the best 3-point shooters in the league in terms of percentage. Pero kitang-kita mo naman, Javi, that he still is a banger in the paint.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. I mean, these are one of the guys that, despite their advanced age, can still hang with the best of them inside because of the way they take care of their bodies. You see that from a guy like Marky as well. So, you know, it's only a testament of how well they're very conditioned, how they eat well, and it translates to their good physical condition.
We did talk about Nico Elorde's diet, no, as reported by Gianna Llanes in the previous game. Tignan natin kung meron din siya makikwento about some players here on the court later on. It's 33-29 right now. 45 seconds remaining before halftime. At tatawag ng timeout si Coach Gerson Cabildes. Nueva Ecija taking care of a 4-point lead as they look to win their 13th game of the season. We'll be back. We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win. Michael Rico with a 1-2. Right to left. Using his right hand on the reverse angle. Able to deliver for the Rice Vanguards. We talked about him always bringing his energy. 110% on the court. To the delight of the fans here. 33-29 our score. 40 seconds remaining before halftime. Here's Rico. Driving left, Michael Rico, almost the same move right there.
Didn't use the screen, decided to go left, and just enough hang time to cruise for the deuce.
7 points in the ball game for Michael Rico. JC Marcelino, that's a walk.
They funneled Marcelino towards that baseline, which gave Hesed Gabo just enough help. And actually, Chak Taganas' presence wasn't needed anymore there as Hesed Gabo able to force a traveling violation on JC Marcelino.
Some substitutions here. Chito Jaime checking in for the very first time. Joining him are the Marcelino twins, Jay Moigilos and Japs Bautista. And for Nueva Ecija, we have Jay Collado, Hesed Gabo, Michael Rico, Jonathan Oiloan, and Byron Villarias. No more shot clock here. 14 seconds to go before the end of 2. 35-29. Gabo, two-man game with Collado. The drive, the kick. Oiloan for 3. Bombs away.
What a very impressive play to punctuate our first half. Let's look at that again. The screen here by JJ Collado and Gabo leaving the defense, attracting two defenders in the shaded area, leaving Jonathan Oiloan momentarily open, and that's all he needs, just a little daylight. JV Marcelino late on the closeout. Jonathan Oiloan bombs away from 3 points.
Jonathan Oiloan, the 6th best 3-point shooter in the league in terms of percentage, shooting it at a very efficient 40.5% from downtown to wrap it up in the second quarter. But in terms of who played the best in the first half, your selection, Javi, is Michael Mabula.
Struggled in the first quarter, but definitely got it going in the second period. 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists after the first 20 minutes. Michael Mabula nearing his average already, and will definitely surpass it in this game based on the way he's been playing after the first half.
Our score at halftime is 38-29 as we turn you over to Gianna Llanes.
Andito pa rin po tayo sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum. We are witnessing our third game for today for Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. It is between the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards and the Zamboanga Family Brand Sardines. The score is 38-29 in favor of Nueva Ecija. And let's talk to some representatives of both teams right now to tell us a little bit more insight on what's going on with their team. Let's talk to Zamboanga forward Ralph Tancinco first. Kamusta ka naman ngayon? Because we see that you're not playing. Do you have an injury? And what's happening right now?
Medyo na-pull yung calf ko, so medyo pagaling na. Getting better na.
And nung kinausap ko si Coach Vic kanina, sabi nga niya, yung mga games nyo, recently, may home court advantage yung mga kalaban nyo. Pero soon, we will be going to Zamboanga as well. What can we look forward to?
Stay lang kami sa game plan namin and gagawin namin lahat para sa Zamboanga, para manalo. Bibigyan namin best namin doon.
And alam ko rin marami nga ang sumusuporta sa koponan nyo. Sino ang gusto mong pasalamatan, Ralph?
Pinapasalamatan ko UCI Management, Ma'am Anita Cao and Family Brands, Sardines, Patrick Sportswear, Mayor John Dalipe, Congressman Manix Keimer, Ma'am Tonet. Pinapasalamatan ko yung sa darating na September 20 home game sa lahat ng Zamboangueño, saan mang panig ng Pilipinas. Ito ay team ninyo. Kayo ang tunay na nagbibigay lakas namin every game. Binabati ko rin family ko, HEM, my boss, si Bossing and Madam, Mandelinville Resort, Shawarma Classic, SB Squad, and Retro Boys.
Thank you very much once again. That was Ralph Tancinco, forward of the Zamboanga Family Brand Sardines. Now let's talk to the City Mayor of Palayan City, Nueva Ecija, Mayor Viandre Nicole Cuevas. It's great to see you again today. And your team is actually the only team that is undefeated dito sa Mpbl. Ano ang masasabi mo doon?
We're very proud of our team. We have a lot of supporters here dito sa Nueva Ecija. And we're just very excited to see what comes next. So hopefully we can keep the momentum going.
And I also know that your family is very hands-on when it comes to the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. I know a lot of the people in the audience, especially the young basketball players, would love to play for this team someday. What would be your message to them?
Just keep working hard. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day. Keep working hard. Eventually, you might be able to play here, like with Mpbl one day. We'll see.
And we know that a lot of the people here would love that. So why don't you also thank them, because laging puno nga ang venue nyo, not just here inside, but also outside. It's just overflowing with people.
Yeah, thank you guys all so much for your support and thank you for coming. I also want to say thank you to Gov Oy O'Malley for letting us play in the Nueva Ecija Coliseum. It's a very special thing for us to be able to play in our home court. So.
Well, we also love coming here and we also love talking to you. Once again, that was the City Mayor of Palayan City, Nueva Ecija, Mayor Viandre Nicole Cuevas, and earlier, a forward of the Zamboanga Family Brand Sardines, Ralph Tancinco. Ngayon naman po, let's give a round of applause for our performers for today. Let's all welcome OK Babes.
And to spice up your night, join me in welcoming. Here's OK Babe Leah, collectively known as the OK Babes.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag
There you have it, OK Babe Jane, OK Babe Erica, and OK Babe Leah, better known as the OK Babes.
4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.
hands up, come on! Yes, Alright, halftime na. Fresh ka pa ba? Ngayon naman, Mpbl fans, samahan nyo kaming maghanap ng Jinky Beauties. Kapag kayo ang naispata ng ating live cam, kumaway-kaway na kagad at mag-smile so you can win an exciting gift pack mula sa Jinky Skin. Eto na!
from Palayan. Third time in Mpbl history. Right now, they are enjoying their biggest lead of the ball game. 38-29, a 9-point advantage for the Rice Vanguards, who have dominated the glass. And they have scored inside time and time again. Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Zamboanga actually, they were able to take control at the middle of the first half, but what an ending it was for the home squad. Hesed Gabo dishing away. He has 7 assists by halftime, and that includes the last play before the end of the second quarter, a pass to the corner to Jonathan Elon.
The chemistry, the defense, everything that had Nueva Ecija going right all throughout this season, they have displayed in that first half. They were flat during the start of the game, came out flat in the start of the second quarter, but actually dominated them towards the latter end. Same result as that game against Bataan, where they outscored the Risers 25-11. Ngayon, they outscored Zamboanga 16-27 in that second quarter to finish the half at leading by 9 points.
There you see the statistics. Javi, please break it down for us.
You see the assist department, 7-14, lamang na lamang dyan ang Nueva Ecija, because Zamboanga has been forced to a lot of isolation plays, breaking down their offense, and Nueva Ecija, just the willingness to give the rock to their open teammate, getting the best possible opportunity, dominating the inside, no surprises in that area, 26-14, as guys like Collado, Macaloni, especially Michael Mabulak, have been able to get points inside the shaded area. But this is the most surprising department for me, because both teams are number 1 and number 2 respectively in the fast-breaking department, only with 5 and 3 to show for itong Nueva Ecija and Zamboanga respectively.
Well, you did mention in the first half, if that's how you play, you know how to stop it. And these two teams have been stopping each other in the first 2 quarters. JC Marcelino leading the way with 11 points for Zamboanga. At nasa likod niya sina Japs Bautista, Chris Dumabig, and Irvin Palencia. For Nueva Ecija, Michael Mabulak and Michael Vico leading the way with 7 points each. Jack Taganas and Jay Goliado following them with 4 points respectively. But for Nueva Ecija, 10 players have already scored for their squad. That's a good sign for them. In the offensive rebounding story, hindi natin nakita kanina, pero lumamang doon ang Zamboanga. They have been getting those boards on the offensive end, but not necessarily did they convert the second chance opportunities.
That's right, only 4 points for them in department compared to 9 for Nueva Ecija. Nueva Ecija has 7 offensive rebounds compared to the 11 of Zamboanga. But again, those numbers don't mean anything if you're not able to convert them into points.
Michael Mabulak will start the second half. At the bench, Stephen Seruma, Hesed Gabo, Byron Villarias, Will Macaloni, and Jay Collado ang 5 ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes on the floor against Irvin Palencia, Japs Bautista, J. Moigilos, JC Marcelino, and Adi Santos. Biggs Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya and Gianna Llanes. We thank you for joining us in the last game of your MPBL Monday, the battle between 2 titans, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards and the Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines. Nueva Ecija currently at 12-0, looking to stay undefeated. Zamboanga, before their back-to-back losses, they were also undefeated at 8-0. Currently, they are number 2 in the South Division. Jay Collado will miss. Rebound, Bautista, and he was not able to handle that basketball. So balik ang bola sa home team.
Oh, frustrating turnover right there for Japs Bautista. That was good defense para sa Zamboanga, challenging that 3-point shot of JJ Collado.
Byron Villarias, give him space, he'll make you pay. And now this is the biggest lead extended by Nueva Ecija, 41-29.
It's precisely why you don't want to give more opportunities para sa Rice Vanguards, because they will not miss on a lot of them.
What a block by Villarias. Onto the other end he goes, and he will score.
And that triggers an early ceasefire by Coach Vicky Casiano. Right away, the defense fueling the offense. The Nueva Ecija brand of basketball really showing up here. 3-pointer in the corner, great setup, great screen by Nueva Ecija for Byron Villarias. And here the block by Byron as well. And the run out, forward pass, defense to offense for the former JRU Heavy Bomber.
It's a 5-0 Byron Villarias run here in the first minute of the third. He extends the lead to 14, 43-29. Back here in Palayan City, Nueva Ecija, the Rice Vanguards taking care of a 14-point lead, their largest in the ball game, and that's stripped down by Irvin Palencia and Andy Santos.
A rare fast break finish para dito sa Zamboanga. That's only fast break point 4 and 5 para sa kanila. Excellent no look by Irvin Palencia to the big man for the finish.
These two teams forced to do half-court sets because of each other's defenses. But there you go, another fast break opportunity. It's the same connection, Irvin Palencia to Adi Santos.
He has made an impact right away as he has just checked in into the second half para kay Coach Vicky Casiano.
Irvin Palencia is actually competing against his former teammate Hesed Gabo when they used to play together for Basilan. Hesed Gabo with an open three.
Well, seeing that his former teammate has started to leave his imprints on this game, Hesed Gabo just wanting to prove that he is still one of the top point guards in the Mpbl.
That's a push against Jay Goleado. And he quickly apologizes. Take a look at the replay. That was a lot of time and a lot of space para kay Hesed Gabo. Pure miscommunication para sa Zamboanga.
You know, that for me is utmost disrespect. Even if Gabo not really the best of the best three-point shooters, if you give him that space, these guys are professionals, they will most likely make that shot.
Let's take this time to listen in to Gianna Llanes.
Hesed Gabo shares na kahit sumasakit pa rin ang injury niya sa right wrist, he's playing through it by keeping his mindset at 101%. This motivation to push through the pain, though, was inspired by Steph Curry, his biggest idol when it comes to grit. Hesed also shares that he never thought twice about staying on Coach Jerson's team, though, and not moving. In his words, Coach Jerson is one of the best coaches I've worked with. He taught me that if I love the game will love me back. Mix and Javi?
At kitang-kita mo naman yung loyalty din ni Hesed Gabo, still working with Coach Gerson Cabildes. At balikan natin yung 3-point shot kanina ni Hesed Gabo. You said it was disrespectful to leave him wide open. At kung idol niya pa si Steph Curry, mas lalo na. Byron Villarias, his turn to try a three. Could not make it. The lead is 13 here, 46-33.
Gianna also pointed out that Gabo is still nursing that injury to that right hand. That has been something that has been bothering him for quite some time already. In fact, there was a time that he was playing in one league and he had both wrists injured. Buti nga ngayon, isa na lang, but still, you know, that's still a problem for you. But just a tough nut to crack itong si Hesed Gabo, playing through the pain and still performing well para kay Coach Jerson Cabildes.
Right now, he's defending his former teammate, Irvin Palencia. Screen up top mula kay J-Moy Gilos. Down low, they go. That's Chris Dumapig. He's fouled by Michael Mabulak.
Too much pushing right there by Michael Mabulak to prevent that shot by Chris Dumapig. Would have been better off just standing there in front of him. Little too much contact.
2 free throws para kay Chris Dumapig. Let's take this time to greet some more people. Harvey Pagsanhan, our very own brother from the UE Red Warriors, is watching. Kasama ang Kamo team. Yan, mga batang hamog sa Kabanatuan. Pinapabati niya rin. And we also have Paul Manalang, the brother of Philip, alongside Evelyn Manalang, Raul Manalang, Edward de los Reyes, Mickey Concepcion, Lorraine Sola and Ramil Mareño. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, and we hope that you are enjoying your action in the third game of your MPBL Monday. 12-point lead for the home squad. 6.5 remaining in the third. Gabo, pass inside. Beautiful feed to Macaroni.
Went in there, got past the double team, received the basketball, put it on the floor, made the defense think he was going for the shot, and at the last minute dropped it off to Will Macaroni, who was equally patient in taking that 2 points.
And Esed Gabo, after he had 7 assists in the first half, now he has 3 in the third. Bawi naman dito si Japs Bautista. Lead is 11.
Now it's his 3-point shooting that will be very much needed in this game. 7 out of 35 lamang ang Zamboanga in that game against Batangas City, when they gave up 12 3-point makes by the Embassy Chill.
And they gave up a lot to Levy Hernandez, who had a career game of 35 points in that previous win. JC Marcelino onto Japs Bautista, feed inside. J. Moigilos in his comeback, scoring his first 2 points for Zamboanga.
Very crucial for them, this guy Egilos and Jason Grimaldo, to be back in harness para kay Coach Vicky Casiano, because going up against a very deep front line like Nueva Ecija, you need all the help that you can get.
That's a deep front line as well for Zamboanga. Chris Dumapig, J. Moigilos, Jason Grimaldo, Adi Santos, Bon Mabayo. As Chris Dumapig, it's his turn to score for 2 on the other end. There's Michael Mabula. He's fouled by Irvin Palencia.
And Palencia just prevented another total to the assist number ni Hesed Gabo. But nevertheless, an opportunity for 2 more points para kay Michael Mabula. Just great recognition, seeing that he had a smaller player on him, readily gave up the basketball.
Philip Manalang checking back in for Nueva Ecija. Saw action in the first half. He had 2 points. Michael Mabulak will proceed to the line, and we did hear the crowd react to the previous action because he was hit twice. Si Michael Mabulak, at ngayon mabibigyan siya ng warning because he also reacted to it. 7 points and 4 rebounds. This was your player of the half.
But he has always been one of the most crucial performers para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes, especially when the going gets tough. He's able to perform in the big moments. A lot of experience under his belt.
There's Mrs. Mabulak on your screens. Always not shy to stand up and cheer for her husband. 9 points para kay Mr. Mabulak. Step back 3 for Irvin Palencia. That's too strong. Rebound to Mapig. No go, and it ends up with Nueva Ecija. Siruma inside to Mabulak. Swiped away, and it will be a baseline inbound for the Rice Vanguards.
A lucky break right there para sa Zamboanga. Palencia once again finding himself against Mabulak in the middle of the paint. But good thing he was able to get a clean swipe at the rock.
Redenzelda and JB Marcelino checking in for Irvin Palencia and JC Marcelino. At papasok din for the first time, John Mahari to replace Japs Bautista. Mahari actually saw a lot of minutes in the previous outing because of foul trouble kay Japs Bautista. A lot of physicality right there. After Wico lost the ball, he fouled Redenzelda.
Frustration foul given up there by Michael Wico. And that puts them over the limit, I believe, if our scoreboard reads right. So if this is so, this should be 2 free throws para sa Zamboanga.
That's right. There you go.
Oh, so 3 free throws coming up. 1 for the technical and 2 for the personal. That's both on Michael Wico.
And remember, as much as they are enjoying their home court, their home crowd, finger heart given away by Michael Wico. And he's still arguing that he just gave a finger heart to the referee. There he is, and he's giving us a smile right now. They have to be careful because remember, Javi, that game against San Juan, Coach Gerson Cabiltes was ejected because of 3 technical fouls from the bench. And a lot of techs given away in that game. A highly emotional game that was in their comeback victory against San Juan.
That was just crazy intense game. What a treat it was for everybody here inside the venue and for everybody who was watching on the live stream and on 1PH. Just a battle that we expected no less to be highly charged.
That was the first game that started the series of games for Nueva Ecija kung saan lumalapit na yung mga kalaban nila. After that, nagkaroon sila ng triple overtime victory against Bacolod. But then again, to your point as well, they were able to win in double figures against Bataan in their previous outing. Now, there's a charge against Michael Mabula.
Obviously, they do not agree with the call, but if you see here on the replay, there was a slight movement of the shoulder by Mabulak as he met Mahari for that pick. Couldn't really see it from that angle.
Balik tayo sa Zamboanga, down by 7. JB Marcelino, mid-range shot is good.
Now this is one guy that they also have to get going, averaging double figures as well.
Philip Manalang, lead down to 5, 3 minutes and 41 remaining in the third. Foul here, a lot of calls happening in the third quarter. Balik dito si Jonathan Uiloan as he take a look at the jump shot of JB Marcelino, able to shove away Shaq Taganas. JB cuts the lead of Nueva Ecija down to 5. Sideline inbound. Here's Michael Mabulak at the post. Fans love seeing this on their home court. Mabulak missing on the fadeaway. Chance for Zamboanga to trip the lead. Mahari down the middle. Basket and one.
Zamboanga has been successful in preventing easy 2 points by Mabulak at the post. Usually when he gets it at the middle of the paint, that's short 2 points. But they have made him go for those fall-away shots that are obviously lower percentages compared to if he goes for those one-handers that he usually does.
John Mahari scoring on the fast break opportunity. Just couldn't make that free throw. We're down to a single possession ball game after this lead was up to double figures early in the third. A turnover right now forced by JB Marcelino against Philip Manalang.
Well, you don't really see that a lot coming from Philip Manalang. Not your most flashy player, but able to take care of the basketball. That time though, Marcelino able to come up with a turnover.
That's right. Philip Manalang is one of the best in the league in assist to turnover ratio. JB Marcelino, 2 baskets for him. Takbo sa kabila, Nueva Ecija. Can they capitalize? Wico with the spin and the basket. And he gives out those finger hearts once more.
Now tying Zamboanga with 11 fast break points on that basket by Michael Wico. Spinning against the defense of Reden Celda and finishing comfortably with the right.
Michael Wico brings you this epic move and finger heart of the game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win.
That's now 10 points in the game para sa kanya.
Lead is 4. Celda onto Dumapig. Oh, that's a good basket. Zamboanga now feeling it here on the offensive side. Wico, now he's feeling it for Nueva Ecija. Just couldn't make the basket, and there's a foul on the loose ball.
Well, even if he doesn't believe it, readily acknowledge that foul. Ito si Michael Wico. But as you said, Migs, we're going up and down here, back and forth action from both teams. Obviously, there's a conscious effort for them to run, get some easy baskets without the defense being set. This, as we said, are the strengths of these two teams rather. And now just down by 2 itong Zamboanga because they have made that concerted effort to push the basketball every time after a score or a missed shot by Nueva Ecija.
Well, can John Mahari convert from the free throw line? He's missed 2 of those. One last chance for him in this single possession ball game. First action para kay John Mahari in the third quarter after most minutes or all of the minutes were played by Japs Bautista in the first half. Nueva Ecija only protecting a 1-point lead. This was 9 points at the half. Taganas on to Elon. Jonathan made a 3 to end the first half. Pass inside, Mabulak, no foul. Chance for Zamboanga to take the lead. Zelda. Dumapig asking for it. He's posting up Taganas. Great steal by Shaq. Wico looking ahead. Michael Wico. Wild shot. They will retain the basketball.
Wico didn't see Jonathan Oiloan running on the left side of the court. Could have been open for a wide open 3-point shot.
Here's Oiloan popping out. Catch and fire. No go. Rebound Zelda. Mahari asking for the ball. Not give it to him. Zelda, step back, pass inside, Dumapig, no foul, but it's retrieved by Adi Santos. Then on the shot clock, Reden Zelda for 3, no go. Oh, great tap. Recovery by Jonathan Oiloan, but he just lost space.
Well, Zamboanga continues to crash the offensive boards, and Nueva Ecija somehow unable to secure the defensive possession with that defensive rebound.
Adi Santos. Oh, great hustle by Shaq Taganas. And that's a jump ball.
Another crack at the basket right here for Zamboanga. Can they capitalize right now on this one?
(53-52). 90 seconds remaining in the third. Baseline inbound with 5 seconds on the shot clock. John Mahari is working with JB Marcelino, Chris Dumapig, Adi Santos, and Reden Zelda. Defending them are Michael Bico, Philip Manalang, Shaq Taganas, Jonathan Oiloan, and Michael Mabulak. Again, Nueva Ecija looking to stay undefeated, currently with 12 wins and 0 losses. Number 1 in the North Division. Zamboanga number 2 in the South. JB with a recovery. Still no basket. Can Nueva Ecija extend their lead here? They have lost the quarter by 8 points so far. Taganas. Balik kay Manalang. 12 on the shot clock. Philip. Bounce pass. They go to Mabula. Fake. Dribble. Pass inside. Beautiful feed to Michael Wico.
Beautiful synergy right there between the two veterans. 12 points right now para kay Michael Wico.
Santos on to Mahari. Drive, kick out. And that's a foul. A blocking foul against Philip Manalang.
He was not properly established to draw the offensive foul. He cannot believe it, but if you see the replay, there definitely was no cause to call for a charge on that one.
Pasok dito si Pamboy Raimundo para kay Philip Manalang. JB will go to the line. Well, he gave Zamboanga back-to-back baskets as soon as he was inserted back in to replace his brother. Now he trims the lead down to 2. You mentioned he also averages double figures for Zamboanga.
12.5 points per game.
5, 4, and 2. The number so far para kay JB Marcelino. Make that 6, 4, and 2. Bobby Balocanag and Will Macaluni checking back in. 48 seconds before the end of 3 in what looks like another game to go down the wire in your Mpbl 2022 season. Wico will cross with that basketball. Inside they go, reverse layup for Bobby B.
Where was the defense on that play? Token resistance given up by Zamboanga, which made it possible for Wico to penetrate the shaded area and give it up at the last minute as he attracted the defense.
2-on-1, Wico all the way for 2.
Remember, this guy is a member of our 1,000 points club, and he has done it primarily on baskets like that.
That's right. He would actually tell the staff of the Mpbl that si Michael Wico, nag-1,000 na ako, puro 2 points pa lang yun. Ha? Paano pa kaya kung may 3 points na ako? And you take a look at that replay, Michael Wico emerging as one of the crowd favorites here in Nueva Ecija, able to find the homegrown Bobby Balucarag for his first 2 points in the ball game. And then the next time around, Jonathan Elon rewarding Wico for his own 2 points. Javi, couple more greetings here. Batiin natin si Axel Inigo, kasama ang kanyang fiancé na si Sheila Manyo at ang pinsan niya na si Koy Koy. Gandang gabi sa inyo, Axel. And batiin ulit natin ang happy 11th birthday si M. Chloe Oreta, the daughter of the MPBL's head of basketball operations, Emer Oreta. Happy birthday, M, and good luck on your first day of school tomorrow. Free throw.
We have really come a long way, Migs. First day of school na ng mga bata.
Kaya nga.
Sa face-to-face, ha?
I wonder kung sino dito sa MPBL crowd natin yung may pasok din bukas. Magpupuyat sila ngayon.
I'm sure marami.
But then again, this will all be worth it for them, especially if Nueva Ecija wins. They're currently undefeated 2-0 on their home court. This is only the 3rd time that we are here in MPBL history. And in the words of Congressman Bong Cuevas, sabi niya, Nueva Ecijanos, sa atin mapupunta ang kampyonato sa MPBL this year. The question is, can they make that happen? Because other teams like Zamboanga have other plans. Unfortunately, for Zamboanga right now, they're not making their free throws. 3.9 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Second one is good para kay Chris Dumapic.
Well, actually, both teams not doing well from the free throw area. Zamboanga, 12 out of 22. And Nueva Ecija, 6 out of 13 from the charity stripe. Just more makes and more attempts para sa Zamboanga.
Steal here by JV Marcelino. Buzzer beater. That's not going to go in. But Zamboanga did start the second half down by 9. They trim it down to 3 points here. A single possession ball game in what looks to shape up as another game to go down the wire here in the MPBL.
John Mahari creating an impact as he checks into this ball game. His first appearance in this game in that 3rd quarter. But the aggressiveness, ever so, itong si Michael Wico. Finger hearts everywhere for him as he has provided stellar performances in this match. Dishing it out, attacking the basket, and finishing with 2 points. A number of them para sa Nueva Ecija, which maintains a lead for them, 3 points at the end of 3, 59-56.
Mula sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao at sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, maraming salamat sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Fourth quarter action na po tayo between Nueva Ecija and Zamboanga. Mix Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya and Gianna Llanes. Javi, it's only a 3-point separation.
Yeah, that's right. Zamboanga outscoring itong Nueva Ecija by 6 in that third quarter after being down by 9 in that second quarter, returning the favor back to the Rice Vanguards as they continue to close in, and Nueva Ecija missing their first attempt of this fourth period.
Again, Nueva Ecija looking to stay undefeated. They are the only team na wala pang talo sa ating Mpbl season. Zamboanga, before their back-to-back losses, they were also undefeated at 8-0, but in their previous outings against Manila and Batangas, they lost them on the road, also in the main games. Now, there's a foul on the loose ball against Chris Dumapig, who's being joined in the fourth quarter by Adi Santos, JV Marcelino, John Mahari, and Jeff Comia. And for Nueva Ecija, they have Bobby Balucanag, Pamboy Raimundo, Jonathan Iloan, Will Macaloni, and Michael Wico.
A little too aggressive on that loose ball play was Chris Dumapig, but almost an offensive rebound para sa kanila. They still lead the rebounding department in this game, +5, 33-28. But Migs, would like also to continue our greetings. Shout out to Bacolod players Richard Albo and Joel Liu, and happy birthday to their very own Kenneth Tulipas.
Happy birthday, Kenneth. And shout out to the whole Bacolod squad who actually brought Nueva Ecija into 3 overtimes on their home court. Let's see if this game will also need an overtime. Tingnan natin right now. It's a single possession matchup. Michael Wico is fouled on the fast break.
And you know, like we said earlier, that aggressiveness more often than not creates good opportunities than bad. We're seeing it right now with Michael Wico, able to channel that aggressiveness in the right manner, getting opportunities at the basket, getting fouls, trooping to the line, and now hitting free throws, which obviously they're not doing good at in this game. Fewer attempts and fewer makes compared to Zamboanga, who's also not doing well, but they have more makes and more attempts.
2 free throw makes right there para kay Michael Wico, who's now getting the support of Nueva Ecija after playing multiple years with the Pampanga Dong and Giant Lanterns. He's up to 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. 5 rebounds, as I should say. 61-56. Here's Irvin Palencia, who provided a spark in the third. Fade away, no go. Look at that battle for the board. 2 bodies on the floor, Dumapig and Balucanag. Now they're helping each other up. Macaloni on the other end. A miss. Rebound Palencia. And that's a foul against Pamboy.
Well, I'm happy to see that instance that both of these big men, Balucanag and Dumapig, help each other up rather than try to pull each other down. That's exactly the kind of sportsmanship that we would want to see, despite this being a big game in front of a raucous crowd.
Hey, for all we know, this is a potential finals matchup in the Mpbl. I'm sure Batangas has something to say about that, even teams like Sarangani. But again, a long season to go. Halfway through pa lamang tayo. But you can see the possibilities already by looking at the standings. Great steal right there. What an effort mula kay Pamboy Raimundo.
Unforced turnover right there by Zamboanga. That could have been an errant pass or just a fumble of the basketball by Irvin Palencia, but nonetheless a turnover that wasn't really forced by the Nueva Ecija defense. Something that I'm sure the white shirts want to take back from.
Here's Pamboy. Onto Iloan. Lumalabas, Will Macaloni. 2 minutes in the fourth and final frame. A 5-point lead for the home team. Iloan for 3. That's good.
The arrows are out. Jonathan Oilon knocks it from rainbow distance.
Where will the answer come from? Para sa Zamboanga. Here's JB Marcelino. The drive and the foul.
That was definitely a lot of contact on the drive by JC. But let's look at that setup. Elevator play on the right side of the court para kay Jonathan Uiloan. A few centimeters away from that three-point line, but still able to hit that all nylon for the former Raider China last winner.
And you saw the confidence in the face of Coach Gerson Cabiltes as Uiloan was shooting that three. JV Marcelino is at the line for two. Lead is 8 points. Now, what are you looking for, Javi, from Zamboanga in this fourth quarter?
But right now, it's the consistency in their play. They were able to give a lot of energy on both ends of the basketball in that third quarter. That's why they were able to outscore and get to within three. Laban dito sa Nueva Ecija. But right now, the Rice Vanguards able to impose their will.
All right, our score 64-57 as we turn you over to Gianna Llanes.
I don't care about their back-to-back losses. I still think they are one of the biggest contenders for the championship. Yun ang sentiments ni Coach Gerson about Zamboanga, and you can tell sa mga huddles niya he really expected this game to be a close game, so he has a lot of backup plays. When it comes to the composure naman of his team captain Jonathan Uiloan reminds his teammates na wag sila madala sa may emotions nila ngayon, saying not all of the calls are going to be in our favor and we have to be okay with that. For the Rice Vanguards, it's all about keeping focus to maintain that lead.
Thank you, Gianna. Later on, we'll respond to that report as we'll take the short break off of a timeout. 64-57 our score. Back here in Nueva Ecija, Gianna Llanes just reported about Nueva Ecija's respect for Zamboanga, looking at them as one of the championship contenders in the season and that they want to contain their emotions here in this fourth and final frame. And speaking of championship contenders, nanonood nga rin sina Jexter Apinan and the Batangas City Embassy Chill kasama ang kanilang mga pamilya. And that being said, Javi, if I may, again, put you on the spot, ngayon, if I can ask you, sino ang finals contenders mo?
Well, initially at the start of the season, I really had Nueva Ecija and Batangas going for that championship. But right now, tama naman si Coach Gerson Cabiltes that Zamboanga is definitely one of the contenders for that crown in this season because not just their depth, but the way they play. They're a very ragtag team who are relentless on both ends of the basketball, and they just don't give up. They have that never say die attitude that equals the efforts of teams like Nueva Ecija. That's why they're one of the reasons why they are atop the team standings.
How about the South Division? You were purposely dodging that question all that time. As you take a look at this replay, of course, Nueva Ecija is going to react to the contact. Natawagan ng foul dito. That's why Japs Bautista will go to the line. Again, Gianna also reported about the emotions of Nueva Ecija. Hindi sila pwede magpadala dito even though they surely have the crowd at their backs. So
Okay.
going back to the South Division.
Exactly. So, having said that, we cannot deny that teams like Bacolod, Sarangani, these teams will also challenge for the championship. And that is the beauty of the MPBL and having a long season like this. We're going to play until December. You never can tell what might happen. Even if Nueva Ecija is 12-0 right now, they could go on a long losing streak and lose grip of the top spot and maybe perform badly as we go into the playoffs, or their dominance can extend all the way to the crown. Anything can happen below Gambola.
And we did talk about how tight that South Division is. Jonathan Elon makes a three-pointer, a timely three here for Nueva Ecija. 9 points in the ball game for Elon. And now it is a 6-point lead for the Rice Vanguard, 67-61. 6 minutes and change remaining in the fourth and final frame. Palencia with the drive. Fade away, no go, rebound Mabula. Bamboy Raimundo, alley-oop, that's too strong. Obtained by Japs Bautista. Forward we go. Irvin Palencia, kick out. Japs almost losing the basketball. He's able to recover. 12 on the shot clock. JC Marcelino, kick out. Palencia. Mid-range shot, that's short. Recovery. And there's a foul against JC.
Oh, Marcelino would have wanted Palencia to go for that three-point shot. Unfortunately, he was a few centimeters away from a comfortable look at rainbow distance. And now 2 shots coming right up para kay Michael Mabulak, as Zamboanga also now in the penalty with 5 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in this game. From here on out, every foul will mean 2 free throws for both squads.
Mabulak at the line. He was that consistent contributor para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes, especially in the first half, as Javi selected him as the player of the half. And now he has a chance to extend the lead to 7 points, 67-61. Second free throw is good. 5 minutes and 21 remaining. Can JC Marcelino make that JV Marcelino and company pull off a comeback here? JC has it. He's being defended by Hesed Gabo. Screen mula kay Adi Santos. JC dancing with it. 7 on the shot clock. Oh, great steal by Mabulak. One guy ahead. They go to Palma, who steps back and decides to slow it down. Oh, great counter steal. That's JV Marcelino, who is fouled.
Wise decision by Reds Palma to pull out and not force the issue on getting the 2 points right away. But just a great steal right there by JV Marcelino, speeding his way to the basket on the other end. And Reds Palma just too late, giving up the foul.
How about that answer back by JV Marcelino after losing the basketball? Although he misses the first free throw here. That has been a story in our basketball game of free throw shooting, as pointed out by Javi. It's 14 out of 28 now for Zamboanga, 9 out of 17 for Nueva Ecija. Hesed Gabo on the right side. They go to Elon. Wide open. Bombs away.
Migs, you saw everybody on that Nueva Ecija bench rise up. Even before Elon released the shot, they all knew that ball was going through the net. The pullback by Hesed Gabo, and that's just all the time in the world for Jonathan Oiloan. Another 3-point shot, 12 points for him. A baker's dozen para sa kanya.
What's even more beautiful is that it's not just the bench, the crowd as well. They rose up because they knew that it was going in. A 10-point lead for the home team.
Ecija team captain Jonathan Elon shared na growing up playing basketball in California, he moved here to the Philippines in 2009 dahil mas intense daw talaga ang passion for the game ng mga Pinoy. So before every game daw, he talks to his parents in the US to keep himself motivated. In his words, they love what I'm doing here and they remind me to keep on striving. And that's his inspiration daw today for really keeping his composure. Back to you guys.
If you ask all of the players and coaches in Nueva Ecija, who is that leader for this squad, and they will only answer Jonathan Elon. And that's a great anecdote right there, as Dumapig misses from inside, that he still talks to his parents, no, even though he's a grown man. Ikaw ba, Happy, may ganyang experience ka ba? Do you know any players who do the same thing?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, actually, I already moved out of the house. I don't live with my family anymore, but I do make it a point to keep constant communication with them because at the end of the day, family is everything. You might meet a lot of people outside, make a lot of friends, but you would always go back to where you started, who was there for you from the very start. And I love that about Jonathan Uiloan, paying his respects, showing the love to his parents every time he plays on the court.
And speaking of family, batiin din natin si Angeli, si Aidan Jamieson, and JJ, ang pamilya ni Jexter Apinan. Balik tayo with Nueva Ecija. 71-63, 4 minutes and 13 remaining. Collado working with Gabo, Palma, Mabulak, and Uiloan. Hesed, he will fire. That's too strong. Rebound, it belongs to JB Marcelino. Up ahead, JC gets the ball, no foul. Offensive board, and that's 2 free throws para kay JC Marcelino.
That's one of the things that impresses me the most about JC Marcelino. That second jump, just so quick, able to get that offensive rebound after missing his own shot.
Michael Wico babalik dito for Renz Palma. Wico has been a story in today's ball game, already double figures. Couple of rebounds and assists as well para sa kanya. JC Marcelino making the first free throw. He's up to 12 points. Again, he's coming off a 26-point performance, averaging 17.4 per ball game. Second one is good. More importantly, he trims the lead down to 6. A 2-possession ball game here in Nueva Ecija, under 4 minutes remaining. Uiloan will bring the basketball down. Double team. Hindi na tinuloy ni Mabayo. Gabo. Kaya palabas si Uiloan. Mabulak was hit inside. Hesed almost stripped away. It will be a baseline inbound and 5 on the shot clock.
Every possession now will be very crucial, not just for Zamboanga, but for Nueva Ecija as well.
A tough save right there as Uiloan was on the floor, but he stepped out of bounds.
This could start the rally para sa Zamboanga. A score for them on the other end. Now a stop, getting the ball back. Imperative that they get a bucket here, whether it be 2 points or 3 points. As the clock dwindles down in this game, you want to keep it very, very close, or even zoom to the driver's seat against the home squad, Nueva Ecija.
Again, can they give the Rice Vanguards their first loss of the season? Japs Bautista for 3.
You want as much as possible to keep the crowd out of this, and shots like that have silenced itong Nueva Ecijano crowd.
1-possession ball game, 3 minutes and 9. Michael Wico. Mabulak is trying to seal Chris Dumapig. Villarias will fire. What a big time 3.
I was looking at the shot, I was looking at the release, and I didn't think it would go in, but that's just Byron Villarias for you. Despite the defense, able to knock it down and answer back on the 3 by Japs Bautista.
Michael Mabulak is fouled by Mon Mabayo, but an unfortunate scene here for Zamboanga. JV Marcelino is down after twisting his ankle, his left one. That's not something that you want to see. A couple of games back, JC was the one who sprained his ankle. Take a look at the attempt here, yung kanyang landing. There it is, at the last second.
Very unfortunate situation right there. And he's still writhing in pain. He's still on the floor. We hope it's just a mild ankle sprain. But it's a good sign that he can put some weight on it.
Just not the right timing at this point because there's only 2.5 minutes remaining. 74-68 ang ating talaan. And JV Marcelino, again, we should mention, soon as he was inserted in the second half, reinserted in the second half, he scored 2 straight baskets for Zamboanga, sparking a momentum for them. And because of that, they were able to take control of the third. So JC Marcelino now, more responsibility rests on his shoulders. Dahil yung kambal niya will not be able to play for at least the next minutes. Michael Mabulak at the line.
They continue to struggle from the charity stripe, especially ito si Michael Mabulak. But Nix, maybe a lot of our viewers would be wondering if that previous sequence where JV Marcelino went down, that for me was a 50-50 call by our referees. That was a decision because if you saw the momentum of JV, he jumped into Michael Mabulak. Kaya maybe hindi tinawagan ng landing spot foul. That could have gone both ways. So I think nobody really at fault in that one. It was just really unfortunate that Marcelino twisted his ankle as he landed.
This is the battle for the loose ball. Michael Rico got hit by Chris Lumapig. That's why he fell down and the crowd reacted to it. Turnover completed by Villarias. One guy ahead. Michael Mabulak for 2.
At ito na nga yung sinasabi natin, keep the crowd out of the game. And now as we approach the final 2 minutes, they are shouting and cheering.
This last 2 minutes is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo at chill nga muna tayo sa amin ng Zamboanga. Free throws will be given here to JV or make that JC Marcelino. But the lead is 9 points.
But the Rice Vanguard's not yet out of the woods. We saw this guy, JC Marcelino, perform at the most crucial of moments. Remember that overtime game that they won against Sarangani? This guy was the one who really took over, made baskets when the going got tough, but missed on that first try.
JC's second try, another miss. He gets the board. Great effort from him. He has been getting the offensive rebound off of his own misses. Japs Bautista will fire. No go. Another offensive board. JC inside. Kick out. 9 on the shot clock. Bautista. A basket for him.
Got away with a traveling violation there. Almost stepped a third one. Ito si Japs Bautista, but got 2 points nonetheless.
77-70. 85 seconds remaining in our fourth quarter. Michael Wico working with Jay Collado. Still up top, 4 on the shot clock. Wico has to do something with it. Does he know about the time? And that's a shot clock violation against Nueva Ecija.
Well, if there's one thing, one positive thing that you could take away from that, if you're Coach Jerson Cabiltes, it's that there was 24 seconds shed off of the game clock, which gives Zamboanga 24 seconds less to trim this 7-point deficit.
What can Zamboanga do here? It's JC Marcelino. Crossover. Layup is good. Lead down to 5. Minute and 7 remaining.
Kaya lang, that was a quick answer for Zamboanga. So, could that shot clock violation prove to be a turning point? Malalaman natin yan.
Here's Cecil Gabo. being defended by Irvin Palencia. Shot clock is at 11. You have to be careful here. Gabo will fire. That's a dagger right there.
On this very floor, Migs, who was the one who pulled them out of a possible grave that San Juan was willing to dig them into? Hesed Gabo. But we see first here this basket, a quick one by JC Marcelino after the shot clock violation. But here is the guy that we've been talking about, Hesed Gabo. Again, a clutch moment for him, embracing the biggest times. 2 points to extend the lead to 7 once again.
Almost the same angle para kay Hesed Gabo. Going to the right side. He extends the lead to 7 with 49 seconds remaining. Philip Manalang and Will Macaloni inserted in for defensive purposes, but a quick layup again for Zamboanga, this time courtesy of Adi Santos. Lead is down to 5 with 46 seconds remaining.
Quick score right there para kay Adi Santos, exactly what they needed coming off the timeout. Still possible for the white shirts to get back into this one. They will most definitely need to play the foul game. But looks like there's a call against Zamboanga. Looks to be a technical.
For delaying the game.
That's gotta hurt. An extra point possibly given here para sa Nueva Ecija, as Hesed Gabo will do the honors.
Back in the game for Philip Manalang, John Mahari for Japs Bautista.
John Mahari inserted for defensive purposes para sa Zamboanga. He's working with JC Marcelino, Irvin Palencia, Adi Santos, and Chris Dumapig, who was the one called for the technical foul, and Hesed Gabo will make them pay for it. Gabo is being joined by Mabulak, Wico, Villarias, and Macaloni. Both teams are in penalty. 80-74. Michael Wico losing the basketball. Possession belongs to Zamboanga, down by 6 here. So it will be a sideline inbound. Japs Bautista babalik dito for Zamboanga. JC inbounding. He's gonna get the ball back. Marcelino will fire. No go. Rebound. Hesed Gabo lost space. Another chance here for Zamboanga. Zero timeouts para kay Coach Vicky Casiano. At isa pa para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Zamboanga is gonna have to convert on this baseline play. JC's inbounding. They go to Dumapig. Balik kay Marcelino. They're looking for Japs Bautista. Oh, that's a charge.
Wow, two crucial miscues by Chris Dumapig, who has played a stellar game, a double-double performance para sa kanya. 10 points and 11 rebounds, but a technical and this illegal screen, it was too obvious for our referees. After that handoff, there was the extension of the hip.
32 seconds here, 8-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Irvin Palencia pressuring at the backcourt. They cross it. Pamboy's inside as the second point guard. And they're gonna look to bet the clock. Adi Santos putting in some pressure here. 4 on the shot clock. Gabo, he will fire. That's short. Rebound Dumapig. 8 seconds to go. Mahari's gonna have to fire. Inside they go. 2 points para kay Chris Dumapig, but there's only 3 seconds remaining here. Lead is 4. Pamboy Raimundo is fouled. He will go to the line with 1 second remaining. So that's virtually going to do it. Nueva Ecija will go up to 13-0. Zamboanga will suffer their 3rd straight defeat.
Gallant stand by Zamboanga. But as we said time and time again this season, Migs, when you go up against the Rice Vanguards, you have to play perfect basketball for 40 minutes to be able to give yourself even just a chance of getting a victory. But Zamboanga, just a lot of mistakes toward the latter part of that 4th period. And Nueva Ecija just being the better team, more poised and more comfortable in the end game.
And unfortunate for Zamboanga as well, they lost JB Marcelino due to an ankle sprain. So let's hope that he can recover well enough to play in their next games here in the Mpbl. As we bring you this player of the game brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl. With OKBet, own the win. And we talked about this guy, Michael Vico, always playing 110%.
He just left it all out on the floor again. What more could you expect from him? He left it all on the court. Michael Vico just igniting that run that put them on top. They never looked back despite the scare by Zamboanga in the very end. But miscues again, especially by Chris Dumapig. A couple of them really dooming the cause of Zamboanga.
Now let's turn you over to Gianna Llanes. G, go ahead.
Yes, Michael, kumpara sa last home game nyo, mas kalmado talaga kayo ngayon. So, paano nyo pinaghandaan yung composure nyo going against Zamboanga?
Actually, sobrang hirap ng paghahanda namin sa Zamboanga kasi daming play. Pero siyempre, sa mga fans na nanonood ngayon, siyempre hindi kayo pwede mapahiya.
And yun nga, sabi nga ni Coach Jerson sa inyo, dapat walang uuwing malungkot ngayon. Gaano yun kahalaga sa inyo?
Siyempre, sobrang halaga sa amin itong game na to kasi halos kami na lang yata yung walang loss. So, kailangan talaga kayong manalo.
And I'm sure, besides the crowd here, maraming nanunood na proud sa inyo. Michael, sino ang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Unang-una, pinapasalamatan ko si Boss Bong Cuevas, Mama Riang Cuevas, Mayor Biang Cuevas, Boss Ivan Cuevas, at sa suporta ng buong Nueva Ecija. Sa mga Nueva Eciaño, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Tsaka sa tatay ko, yung ate ko, si Ate Apple, huwag ka papay-stress. Ate, kapatid ko, Mpbl, si kuya ko, si Mark, asawa ko, 4 na anak ko, yung biyanan ko, yung lola ko, Boss Jerry Campo, O'Neil Tolentino, UC Log, tsaka yung liga ko sa Pampanga, yung King of the North Basketball League, Interbarangay. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Congratulations again to Michael Vico. He had 16 points and he is our OKBet Player of the Game. We bring you this Player of the Game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win. Back to you, Migs and Javi.
Thank you, Gianna. Win number 13 for Nueva Ecija. They stay undefeated. Zamboanga goes down to 8 wins and 3 losses. Games tomorrow, we will be in Bacoor, Cavite for Manila versus Laguna, Caloocan versus San Juan, and the Strikers defending their home court with Ian Melencio, Dave Moralde, and Jan Hamon going up against the Marikina Shoe Masters. Another eventful day for the Mpbl, the 3rd time that we are here in the Nueva Ecija Coliseum, where the Rice Vanguards successfully defend their home court once more. In behalf of my partner, Javi Palanya, our courtside reporter, Gianna Llanes, my name is Migs Gomez at ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.